Hello, students, how are you all? Welcome to my next session and the very next chapter of civics, and that is Government at the Center, Civics Chapter 3. So, today I am going to start with this new chapter. So, Parliament. What is a parliament? It is not a new word. You must have hearing in your family. You must have hearing in your in the news only. Surroundings. Your parents must be talking about. Your grandparents must be talking about what is a parliament. So here I start the explanation of parliament. Parliament is India's central legislature or union legislature, and it is known as the parliament. Second, it is the highest law making body in the country. It is the highest law making body in the country. Third, it is consist of the president and two houses. The houses names are Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. What is the Lok Sabha? It is the house of the people, and Rajya Sabha is the council of the states. Then the members of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha are called members of parliament, that is MPs. Okay, and the parliament holds its session meeting at Parliament House, that is Sansad Bhavan. And where is Sansad Bhavan? The Sansad Bhavan is in New Delhi. I am sharing the picture of the Sansad Bhavan, the Parliament House, which is actually situated in New Delhi. Then there are two houses of parliament. The first is the Lok Sabha and the second is the Rajya Sabha. Then we will actually discuss about these two houses in details, as well as we will discuss about the differences and many things. Now here we are discussing about the Lok Sabha. It is the lower house of the parliament and it can have up to 545 members. Then though the constitution has provided for a maximum of 552 seats in the Lok Sabha, the number of seats will remain fixed at 545 till the year 2026. Now it is 2021 and it has been declared that till 2026 it will be 545. Okay, and but the maximum seats has to be 552, but now it has been declared. So if there will be any changes, the Lok Sabha at the Rajya Sabha, I have already told you the parliament is the biggest decision maker, so they will make it. Then this next point is that the members of the Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people. Okay, there are the elections. So the members who are there in the Lok Sabha, they are directly elected by the peoples. There are the elections. Okay, and the people vote for them, whether it is the MPs, the members of parliament. So they are elected by the people only. Then the President of India may nominate up to 2 members from the Anglo-Indian community if enough members are not elected to represent that community. See, every community has to represent some MPs, and if they are not enough and they are not elected by the people, then the President have the rights that he can nominate 2 members, and there should be Anglo-Indian community. If they are not enough, see, if there are not enough members, then only the president have it. He is having that right, but then only. Then the third, the Lok Sabha has a normal term of 5 years, but it may be dissolved by the president before the term of its term. Also, during an emergency, its term be expanded for 1 year. For in case if the Lok Sabha members like MPs are also for the 5 years, but in case of any emergency, in case of any question, the people are actually not happy, people are taking out the curfews and all, or whatever, something, any XYZ things happen, so the president is having the right, he can dissolve it and he can extend it, like he can say now this thing will be happening after 1 year, and he can dissolve at the center only. And who can contest Lok Sabha elections? To stand for election to the Lok Sabha, a person has to be an Indian citizen at least 25 years. If the person is fighting for the Lok Sabha elections, then he has to be at the age of 25 years. He should not be bankrupt, and he should not be mentally unsound, means कि mentally unstable नहीं होना चाहिए. Then he should not be a salaried government job. मतलब he should not be in any government job. He should resign it from that job, and then he can fight the elections. Now that was about the member. Now the elections of the Lok Sabha. Elections to the Lok Sabha are held at least one every 5 years. Okay. For the purpose of election, the country is divided into as many constituencies as there are seats in the Lok Sabha. The constituencies are created on the basis of the population, so that the more people states have more seats in the Lok Sabha. Now next point, every constitution elects one representative to the Lok Sabha. A candidate who contests elections may belong to a political party or be an independent non-party candidate. The candidate who gets the largest number of votes becomes the elected representative of the constituency in the Lok Sabha. All Indian citizens aged 18 years or above can vote, and they have the right to vote as well as to choose their representative. Alright. Now how the election is been done, the voting is done by a secret ballot, so that only one voter knows which candidate or she has voted for. After the result of the election is declared, the party that wins the majority of seats in the Lok Sabha is invited by the president to form the government at the center. Then if no party gets a clear majority, two or more parties may together form the government. This type of government is called a coalition government. The parties other than the ruling parties constitute the opposition. Now, presiding officer of Lok Sabha. The presiding officer of the Lok Sabha is known as the Speaker. The Lok Sabha members elect the Speaker from among themselves. The Speaker conducts the proceedings of the House and maintains order within the House. Sometime after a debate, the Speaker takes a vote on the issue, usually, as well as the speaker does not vote. But if there is a tie, he can exercise a casting vote, deciding vote that the speaker generally belongs to a ruling party but has to act impartially. The Lok Sabha members also elect a deputy speaker who presides over the house in the speaker's absence. Now we have discussed about the Lok Sabha. Now let's go on with the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament. It can have up to 250 members, including 12 nominated by the President of India. At present, the Rajya Sabha has 245 members, 12 nominated and 233 are elected. The elected members' parliament represents the states and the union territories. 4 populous states have more members presenting them. The members representing states are elected by the elected members of the State Legislative Assembly. The representatives of the Union Territories are elected according to the rules made by the Parliament. The members nominated by the President are distinguished authors, journalists, economists, jurists, scientists, artists, social workers, and so on. Among the distinguished people who have been nominated to the Rajya Sabha are poet and mathematician Gupta, scientist Satyendra Bose, actor Shabana Azmi, singer Lata Mangeshkar, and journalist Kushwant Singh. This I am just giving you an example. Okay. The Rajya Sabha is not dissolved after a fixed term. It is a permanent body. 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years. New members are then elected to the vacant seats. Each member has a term of 6 years. The Vice President of India presides over the Rajya Sabha. He is the ex-office chairman because he gets this post by virtue of his office. In the chairman's absence, the deputy chairman presides. The Rajya Sabha members elect the deputy chairman from among themselves. Who can be a member of Rajya Sabha? To be a member of the Rajya Sabha, a person has to be an Indian citizen, but the age difference should be 30 years. Should not be bankrupt and mentally unsound, and same, he should not hold any job, salaried government job. Okay, the same points are there, but there should be an age difference, that is 25 and this is 30. Here I am discussing the comparison between the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is directly elected body, Rajya Sabha is indirectly. Lok Sabha can pass a vote of no confidence, Rajya Sabha cannot. Lok Sabha can be dissolved, Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved. How our union legislature works? The Indian Parliament has to have at least 2 sessions a year. The gap between sessions must not be more than 6 months. The President of India summons and close each sessions. The first session begins with an address by the President. There are fixed time periods such as question hour, and the 0 hour for the parliament to discuss different matters. When there is a discussion in the parliament, so there are 2 hours, question hour and the 0 hour. So let's discuss about that also. Now, what's a question hour? The first hour of every sitting of the parliament is known as the question hour. During this period, the minister answers the questions sent in advance by various MPs, that is, member of parliament. Debate over the queries and replies help reveal flaws in the government policies. Then there is the 0 hour. The time between the question hour and the beginning of the rest of the day's work is known as the 0 hour. The 0 hour is important because debates over issue of public interest are held during this period. Now the next point is bill. A proposal to pass a new law or a change an existing one is called a bill. Making laws is the most important function of the legislature. Our parliament can make new laws and also change existing ones. How a bill becomes a law? First reading. A bill is first read in a house of parliament when a member of the house introduces it. Then at this stage the bill is discussed through and members suggest possible changes. Then third, at this stage the bill is drafted again after making suitable changes and it is presented and put to vote. If the majority of members present vote in favor of the bill, it is passed. The bill then sent to the other house where it goes through the same procedure. If passed by the house, it is sent to the president for his approval. The bill, when signed by the president, becomes a law. Now I hope the points are clear to you. These are the very common points that we have discussed with you all. So I think so the parliament, the government, the Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, elections, vote, everything. So this all I have discussed today. I hope the things are very clear to you. Thank you.